What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now today guys, I'm going to be showing you the best 5 SMGs to use right now here in Warzone. So if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you guys don't miss any more daily Warzone content. And like I said in my last few top 5 videos, these are not ranked from best to worst, worst to best, or anything like that. These are just some of the best SMGs you can use right now here in Warzone. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay safe, and let's get into it. So for our first weapon guys, in this video we have the War MP5. Now this weapon is really good. You still see a lot of people use it. It still outguns your favorite SMGs like the MP40, the well gun, the Type 100, and other weapons. So for this class up, the muzzle will be the agency suppressor for sound suppression, vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage at range here. So our weapon is stealthy and quiet, which will help us stay alive a lot longer here. Our weapon's easier to control due to that vertical recoil control. Our bullets are flying across the map faster to hit our targets faster, and plus that effective damage at range makes our bullets stronger at a longer distance. So I'm adding this on for that first attachment. Now for the barrel, I've been using the rifled barrel a lot here on the War MP5 just because it has that extra kick to it. Our bullets are even stronger now at a longer distance, so this is why I'm adding it on. For the stock, I'm going to be adding on the Raider stock for that ADS firing move speed, aim walking movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. So we're moving faster when aiming down sights in general, and when we're firing aiming down sights, we are moving faster as well, and plus we shoot faster off a sprint to help us make us more aggressive, so I'm adding this on. Now for the rear grip, I'm going to be adding on the serpent wrap for that aim down sight speed. It's really important to have that fast ADS just because it's going to help you be more aggressive. You're shooting faster off a sprint, and might as well make it where you can aim down sights quicker as well, so we're adding this on. And then finally guys, I'm adding on the 40 round drum for a larger magazine size, but if you want to add on the 50, you can. Just take a little penalty of the aim down sight speed if you want to run that, but I believe the 40 round drum is just a lot better to use. So for our next weapon guys, we have the H4 Blixen. Now I'm not going to go too much in depth with it. It is new of course, which you guys know that. It does resemble the Tech 9 from Cold War. You may agree or not agree, but I do think it is, but it's a little bit better. But for this class setup, the muzzle is going to be the recoil booster for that fire rate. It's going to give us a faster time to kill, make us more aggressive up close and personal, so I'm adding this on. Now for the barrel, I'm going to be adding on the 9-inch RMK barrel. This is going to help with damage at range and damage overall, so our bullets are stronger, and plus they are firing a lot faster, which is really nice. For the optic, I'm going to be using the slate reflector. I personally don't like the iron sights, but if you want to run that for the aim down sight speed, you totally can. It is okay, but the slate reflector is my go-to. For the stock, we're going to be adding on the MB stock for that hipfire accuracy, aim down sight speed, and movement speed. For perk 1, we are going to be adding on steady for that ADS firing move speed. And then for perk 2, we are going to be adding on quick for that sprint speed, so we're moving faster across the map, flanking people faster, etc. You're going to go absolutely crazy with quick. For the rear grip, we're going to be adding on the fabric grip for aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and hip fire recoil recovery. The magazine, now this is where I was kind of lost a little bit, but I think the best one to run is going to be the 54 round Gorinko mag. Helps with recoil control and accuracy, headshot damage, aim down sight speed, and of course a larger magazine size. The ammunition type is going to be the lengthened rounds for that bullet velocity. And then finally guys, I'm running the M1941 hand stop grip for recoil control and accuracy just to make this weapon a pure laser beam, and I think you guys will enjoy this class. So for our next weapon guys, we have the Vanguard PPSH, which did get a buff in our recent update. Not this one, but the one before, which they buffed and nerfed a lot of SMGs and assault rifles and stuff. But for this class setup, the muzzle is going to be the recoil booster for that extra fire rate. Now like I was saying about the H4 Blixen, it is going to give it a faster time to kill. It's going to make you more aggressive up close and personal. And especially with the PPSH, it already has a fast fire rate, so we're going to make it a lot faster and make it even more broken. Now, for our barrel, we're going to be adding on the exzachtt 300mm barrel. That's going to help with bullet velocity and range and that recoil control. It's really nice to use, very easy to control, so I'm adding this on. For the optic, we're going to be adding on the slate reflector. Personally, this is the best optic in the game, but if you want to run any of the iron sights for that fast aim down sight speed, you can, but I feel more comfortable with the slate reflector, which I believe majority of people do, so I'm adding this on. For the stock, we're going to be adding on the remove stock for that hip fire accuracy, movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. So for this build, I'm kind of making it where you can hip fire and aim down sights. It's going to be really balanced, and you can be really aggressive with it still, so I'm adding this on. For perk 1, we're going to be adding on tight grip for accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire. And then for perk 2, I am adding on quick for that sprint speed. So we're going to be really fast, high mobility on this class, which is really good. For the rear grip, we're going to be adding on the pine tar grip for recoil control and hipfire accuracy. So like I was mentioning about the stock, I am trying to make this where you can aim down sight, and as well, if you want to, you can hipfire with this build. So you're adding this on. For the magazine, we're going to be adding on the first magazine, which is the 71 round Nahv round mags. This can help with recoil control and accuracy, fire rate, and of course we are getting a larger magazine size, which is really helpful. For the ammunition type, we're adding on the hollow point rounds for that extra limb damage. So when it hits our targets, it is going to be hitting like a truck, which is really nice. And then finally, I'm adding on the Carver foregrip for recoil control and hipfire accuracy again, which is a nice balanced hipfire weapon, and as well aiming down sights, which has no recoil. So for our next weapon, guys, we have the Lapa SMG. Now, a lot of stuff has happened to this weapon in the recent update in Season 3 Reloaded. Now, basically what happened is they buffed the damage at range, but they nerfed the overall damage on the weapon. It makes it's still really good. They balanced it out a little bit, which was a perfect fit. Now, for this class setup, the muzzle is going to be the agency suppressor. Now, I don't really need to go in depth with it, which you guys already know what it does. Now for the barrel, we're going to be running the Ranger barrel for that effective damage at range and bullet velocity. It adds on to the agency suppressor, makes the bullets a lot stronger, and plus makes the bullets travel even faster now, which is really helpful. The optic is going to be the Microflex LED. The iron sights are awful. You need to have at least an optic on. If it's the quick dot, the mill stop, or something, the Microflex LED is just the best to use, so I'm adding this on. For the stock, we're going to be adding on the Raider stock, or you can actually add on the SAS combat stock. It's really up to what you want to run, but I am going to be using the Raider stock in this video. And then finally, guys, we're going to be adding on the Axe Premier short mag. It's going to help with bullet velocity, reload quickness, and of course that aim down sight speed, which just helps you make you more aggressive, and you'll like this build a lot. So for our next and final weapon, guys, we have the MP40, which is one of the best SMGs in the game. Nobody can argue about it. It's one of the most versatile, most popular SMGs in Warzone and in Vanguard, actually. But for this class setup, I'm adding on the M1929 silencer. It's going to help with sound suppression, horizontal and vertical recoil control, and we get some damage at range. So it's easier to control. Sound suppression, we're going to be stealthy and quiet, and plus that damage at range is going to make our bullets a lot stronger at a longer distance. Now, for the barrel, I'm adding on the 189mm short barrel. This can help with damage at range, bullet velocity, and limb damage. So with this build, it's going to be really hard hitting, very powerful, which I like. And now for the optic, we're going to be adding on the slate reflector. You can add this on, like I said, it is the most comfortable for me, so I'm adding this on. But if you don't want to use this, you can use any of the iron sights. It's totally up to you. But if you do want to use an iron sight, it's the ISO 1M. But in this video, I am using the slate reflector. Now for the stock, we're going to be adding on the Crosslink 33M folding stock for that sprint to fire speed and movement speed. We're shooting faster off a sprint and of course moving around the map a lot faster here, which is really good. Now for our perks, we're going to be adding on steady for that ADS firing move speed. And then for perk 2, we're already adding on quick for that sprint speed as well. For the rear grip, we're going to be adding on the polymer grip for that flinch resistance and accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire. So for this build, I like to go, of course I am aggressive, which you guys see the gameplays, but with this build, if I'm getting shot at, I do want to be able to take those hits and not flinch as much, which is really helpful, and plus we get a lot more recoil control and accuracy for a short amount of time when firing. Now for the magazine, we're going to be adding on the Gorenko 45 round mag for that recoil control, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and fire rate. So it does kind of fix where the weapon does shoot on the slower end. It is going to boost that up. The ammunition type is going to be the linked-in ammo type for that bullet velocity to help our bullets travel faster and hit our targets faster. And then finally, guys, the underbarrel is going to be the Mark 6 skeletal grip for that aim down sight speed to help us be really aggressive. But there you have it, guys. Here is the top 5 best SMGs to use right now here in the recent update. If you are new, like I said in the intro, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you guys don't miss any more videos. And as well, in the comment section, let me know if you enjoy any of these builds. If you drop any high kill games, let me know as well. But if you want to see any SMGs in my next top 5 SMG assault rifle, just let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to find the best build for it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.